Now, as you can see, I pulled up Luma Fusion, which is a video editing tool, and I imported one of the previous videos that I recorded here that you probably have already seen if you watched this video. And these are 4K Ultra HD video files from my Canon R5, and they are, I would say, fairly large, like 20-30 gigabyte for a 5-6 minute recording. So a perfect use case to test out the new M1 chip and see how fast it is compared to the 2018 model. So let me import the video here. I'm going to drag and drop that real quick. And you will notice that both devices are currently importing the video file and preparing it for editing. And yes, I took 2-3 seconds more on the old device, but this one just finished, so it's now ready for editing. This one hasn't even achieved a quarter of the import yet. That's already a big plus for people who like video editing. The M1 chip seems to be a significant improvement. I don't think I exaggerate if I'm saying this is massive. It's still preparing the media. I think it's almost 2 minutes now. Wow. I knew it was faster, but honestly I'm a little bit blown away now. I didn't expect that. So the M1 chip is the larger surprise compared to the display. And I would have thought it's vice versa. I thought the display would be the one thing that I will like most, and then enjoying a little faster speeds, but that's not the case. I will like the new display, but I will love the new chip. That's amazing. It's impressive, and I don't do a huge lot of video editing, but the main reason was that everything took so long. Like, see, now I'm ready to go. I don't want to wait that long, and I hate that, so that's why I never really touched video. With the new import times that this iPad provides, I feel video editing will be something that I will do a lot more often now. When I export the videos, the estimated time is the same on both devices. Even before I start the export, it already tells me it takes about 6 minutes. I'm a little bit surprised here. I wonder if the limiting factor here is maybe the SSD, which is probably the same as in the 2018 model. And if I press the export buttons here, you will see it's indeed the same speed, so there is no difference at all. If it's not the SSD, I would expect that Luma Fusion will eventually update the app and utilize the M1 chip also for the export, because we have seen for the import it was a significant improvement. Now I've opened up Adobe Lightroom, which I always use to edit my photos and export them then into a JPEG format. And this is a nice picture here that I took a while ago on the beach. And now the big screen again shows some advantages, like the picture, even though you have the thumbnails down there and the edit column on the right side, you still see a lot of details of the picture without zooming in, compared to the old version. Hopefully you see it also in the video, all the small water drops splashing around. I can easily see them here. It's really nice to see if they are sharp or not. It's still possible here on the small device, but it's definitely not as easy to say is it sharp or not. So I would have to start zooming in and compare, and again then you would see that you see just more details on the larger screen. Well, I guess I state the obvious. Of course, a larger screen provides more details without zooming, but also the colors again are a lot more natural. They look just more in a way that I expect the colors to look, and I see just more color nuances, more color tones, more different color tones than I do on the old iPad display. It's not super significant, but definitely for photo editing, it may be the slight upgrade that will help you to just work on smaller details that you didn't notice before with the old screen. So when it comes to exporting, I expect the M1 chip to take the lead again, because Adobe has already optimized their software to the new M1 chip. So exporting in Lightroom should be faster than before. So I selected 18 raw pictures. They are also from the R5, which is a 45 megapixel camera chip. So fairly large, up to 50-60 megabytes. Then you edit also the stuff in Lightroom. So the processor has plenty to do to export them into the JPEG format. And if I do that now and export them both to my camera roll, we hopefully will find out very fast which one does a better job. So they are both starting now. And as you can see, the iPad Pro 2021 with the M1 chip is significantly faster, almost double the speed. So slightly disadvantage here for the new iPad Pro, because it has to download the pictures first. I just configured it as a new device, so I only looked at the first 10 pictures. I forgot about changing that. But even though it's downloading and rendering, and it's still way faster than the old iPad Pro, which only has to render, because on that device I downloaded all the pictures already a while ago, so they are already on the device. So we can see it's almost finished here. So I would say without downloading, it's probably pretty much double the speed from the old iPad Pro. And we've seen that at the beginning, for the first 10 pictures where no download was necessary, it was pretty much double the speed. I think it is significant, especially if you did some editing and you want to export your greatest 5-6 shots for posting them on Instagram, on your web page, wherever. It's nice to get that done maybe in a minute instead of 2, or in 2 minutes instead of 4. Double is a good improvement here. Clearly, the new M1 iPad Pro takes the first place here. Not really surprising, but still nice to see that the difference is 100% improvement. Now the question is it worth the upgrade or not? And I think if you watch the whole video, you will probably agree, if you do professional work like photo editing or video editing. There are some really good features that come with the new display, as well as the speed that you get from the M1 chip. So in that regard, I would say an upgrade is probably worth it if you're coming from the 2018 model. I like the big display. It's definitely wonderful if you work at home and do some editing. However, visiting my customers, taking notes, I think the larger iPad will be less exciting, to be honest. I like the smaller version more, and unfortunately you don't get the mini LED display for the small new iPad Pro 2021. So you have to choose, you have to make a decision here, what's more important to you. I go for the large version because in my personal life, in my private life, this is the greater benefit that I get. If I used it only for business and only for taking notes and customer visits and no video editing, no photo editing, I guess then the smaller new iPad Pro would be the better pick. But in that case, I wonder, is it worth it? Because the faster M1 chip is not really a significant improvement in taking notes. You only notice it for heavy performance tasks like editing of videos, and therefore I feel there is no need to upgrade from your 2018 model if you definitely want to stay with a small screen size and if you don't do any kind of photo or video work. Believe me guys, you won't notice a difference in your daily tasks. So to be honest, what Apple did is a significant leap in terms of performance, in terms of display technology. That's great, and I look forward to the next 2-3 years, because it will also probably be implemented into the smartphones and all that stuff. So overall the performance will improve, apps will be designed for the new M1 chip. That's going to take time, however, and therefore the 2018 iPad Pro, if you want to keep the small size, don't upgrade, don't waste your money, keep it, be happy with it. It's still an amazing device and you will have a lot of fun, and maybe in a year or two you have more reasons to go for the latest and greatest. For everybody else who goes for the 12-inch version, you'll love it, you'll like it, you'll have a lot of fun with it. It's a great device, and if you've not bought any iPads yet, or if this is, I would say, a regular iPad that you're upgrading from, it's a big step. It's a big leap. You will notice so many differences. You will love it. I couldn't think of a better tablet device that's on the market right now, so Apple again is taking the lead here. I can't wait now to take this little fella out in my backyard and start editing all the video content that I created here now. I'm sure the iPad Pro will do a great job in compiling everything together. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Leave a comment, leave a like, and have a great weekend. Bye!